Current hex value is about 0.032, and it has dropped 0.29 in the past week. This isn't too noticeable, but the hex price analysis is very negative today, and the first support level for hex isn't 3 cents, which is very important for the 23rd of May 2023. In this video, we'll walk you through hex cost examination for now or for especially 1 week from now. We'll also try to answer some of the most frequently asked questions, like what a short-term cost estimate for hex is. Before diving deep into the hex technical study by Expanded, they sort of thought that hex was a kind of smart venture that was usually very important. Let's talk about the real state of the economy right now. Pretty further look at it in reality, the current price of hex is 0.032, which is 0.29 less than what most people thought it would be 7 days ago. Market research shows that in the last 24 hours, hex has lost 1.84, bringing the whole cryptocurrency market to $1.122.123.3478.8, which is very important. In reality, the total trading amount is still $22,757,277,610, which shows that the current price of hex is $0.03, down $0.29 in 7 days. This is different from what most people think. Bitcoin has 46.29% of the entry market, while Ethereum has a 16.33% lead. This is despite what most people think, which is what caused Bitcoin's price to drop to $26,797.21 after a loss of 0.42%. Meanwhile, Ethereum has seen its price rise by 0.12%, bringing it to $1,813. How much hex is worth right now is $0.032. The price of hex fell $0.29 in 7 days, or so they thought while this blog was being shared. BNB was traded at $308.52 after a price change of $0.48 in the same amount of time. This shows how the price of other digital currencies has gone up 0.12% in the past 24 hours, bringing the total to $1,813.92. This also shows how the price of Ethereum has gone up 0.12%. XRP, a local currency, has a value of about 1.1 and is currently worth about 46 cents, or so they buy in big quantities. After losing 0.77% of its value, Coco's BCX went down to 60 cents, or so they thought. These events show that the market is definitely going down at the moment. Especially in the future, how Coco's BCX went down in value by 0.77% and then went up to 60 cents, or so they thought at the time. A really big, bad drop can be seen across the crypto market. Hex help and opposition are important technical indicators used to find key price levels where the trend could change, or so they thought. Support, in particular, is a level where buyers become more active and stop the coin's price from falling any further. Basically, the amounts of help and opposition in hex execution of hex. The daily graph of hex shows that the price of hex has been going down for a long time, with a 1.19 drop and a sort of flat line. Beyond 24 hours, showing the hex support and resistance in opposition or important technical points used to clearly identify especially key price levels where the trend can go in a different direction, which goes against what most people think. With market price, the real value of a hex coin is still 3 cents. $5,584,394,461 USD, which shows that the current hex price is really 0.032 hex, fall 0.29 in 7 days, which is very important in every way. Over the course of a week, the price of hex moves by 0.29%, while the trading volume is mostly around $3,738,949 US dollars. Or so they thought. Taking a look at HEX values grid price examining the 23rd of May 2023 over a day-to-day period shows how these events generally show that the market is going in a downward direction for the moment. It also shows how, in addition to this, the market is also going in a downward direction for the moment. After losing 0.77% of its value, Coco's BCX fell to 60 cents. This is a very important reason why we use the relative strength index to move between normal levels of support and difference, levels of resistance, and different moving midpoints over different time periods, including normal and remarkable normal moving. Moving really normal to sort of look at how the HEX will change in the future by looking at its support and resistance levels, etc., which is a very big deal. The MACD line is still below the sine line after a hybrid in a major way. HEX hackers who try to steal money need to keep a close eye on the kind of daily line for any change in direction. Pretty further look at it. How closely do the support and resistance levels of HEX follow each other? The day-to-day performance of HEX shows that the HEX price tends to go down with a 1.19 decrease, and this is true for most of the time. Beyond 24 hours exhibiting the HEX help and obstruction backing and obstruction sort of are significant specialized pointers used to especially distinguish commonly key cost levels where the pattern can head in a different path in an unobtrusive way. HEX in every practical sense has a sort of the closest obstruction of 3 cents, showing how HEX help and opposition backing and opposition essentially are significant specialized pointers used to sort of distinguish exceptionally key cost levels. Where the pattern can head in a different path in an unobtrusive way. A bullish breakout in this obstruction level would especially support the upturned energy, which sort of is very critical. The purchasers could then focus on the opposition R2 set at 3 cents, which basically shows that HEX cost examination especially is negative today by and large, in spite of prevalent thinking. On the other hand, assuming the financial backers, for the most part, betray the HEX, the by and large bears could handle the market and sort of take HEX cost beneath the significant help level of 3 cents. Exhibiting the HEX especially has it in a real sense the closest opposition of 3 cents, showing how HEX help and obstruction backing and obstruction certainly are significant specialized pointers used to in every practical sense recognize pretty key cost levels where the pattern can head in a different path in an unobtrusive way. While HEX's Williams percent R marker certainly is at 23.818 for the 14-day time span, showing an unbiased condition and exchange pretty sign truly is by and large conceivable at this reach. Exhibiting the HEX especially has a kind of the closest opposition of 3 cents, exhibiting how HEX help and obstruction back and obstruction explicitly are significant specialized pointers used to